Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Floyd Insider, Winter Wonderland. I'm your host, London Fulkerson. The months of December and January hold many holiday traditions that are celebrated globally, such as Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year, and Mardi Gras. The Louisville, New Albany, Floyd County area shows their holiday spirit in many different ways. For example, the Waterfront Botanical Gardens hold a light show every year called the Gardens A Glimmer. Let's take a look at one of Louisville's loveliest holiday traditions.
I'm here at Louisville's Waterfront Botanical Gardens checking out the Gardens A Glimmer event. I'm here taking a stroll through the garden checking out a winter wonderland. Let's take a look. Gardens A Glimmer is a very festive holiday event that is great to see with family and friends. The event brings in thousands of guests per year and is an event for people of all ages. Let's take a look with Chelsea Hicks to see what should we expect to see in this winter wonderland.
Gardens A Glimmer, it's a walk-through, self-guided tour to experience all of our lights that we'll have put up all of November. You will experience Santa, Mrs. Claus with crafts, and we also have hot chocolate and goodies to purchase.
The event showcases beautiful light displays that when the sun goes down makes the garden come to life. As you stroll through the garden listening to music and sipping cocoa, you can enjoy these lights as well as make crafts and visit with Santa. But what is the purpose to this event?
Gardens A Glimmer is a way to get our community out here to the gardens during winter where everything is dormant and maybe not looking as pretty even though there's beauty in all seasons. But this is a way to get people out into the garden.
The garden is using the money it makes to continue to expand and grow the garden. The Gardens A Glimmer event is open from December 1st to December 23rd, so if you haven't been yet, I definitely recommend it. Tickets are $15 and can be purchased online at waterfrontgardens.org.
Thank you for that insight, Logan. And here with us today is Emily Odell from Louisville's Waterfront Botanical Gardens. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So can you give us a little walkthrough of the Botanical Gardens and what you can expect at the light show?
Yes, absolutely. So we're a 3-acre plus a little bit site so far. So as soon as you arrive, there's a hot chocolate truck available to get a festive holiday drink. You grab that and then you walk down our arched pathway with beautiful lights. We have many displays this year. We have Rudolph and his reindeer. There is a woodland pathway leading down to the Beargrass Creek. We have 2 buildings on site currently. In one building, we'll have Mrs. Claus, where you can go and make some crafts and send a letter to Santa. In the other building, of course, is Santa himself, where you can go and sit with him, take a picture, and tell him what you want for Christmas.
Sounds like a great event for families, especially for kids.
Absolutely.
So how would you say that it stands out from like other holiday events in the area?
Well, for one thing, it gets you outside. I think a lot of holiday things have you sitting watching a program. This is interactive, and like you said, it's for the whole family. It's for adults through children. The lights displays are truly incredible, and you're seeing the plant life dormant all around you. So you can take in the beauty of the botanical gardens while also getting into the festive holiday spirit.
That's nice. How long have you all been doing it?
This is our 3rd year.
And you do it every year?
Yes, every Christmas, and we're an ever-growing site. We're on 23 acres and only 3 acres developed, so every year they add new lights displays, such as we have koi fish this year that are lit up around. There's a cranberry fountain. There's new sunflower displays, so they're always creating new things. And to note, our horticulturists on site, they designed the entire lights show, so when you come, you know that it's Louisville's finest that are putting this on for us.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
If you would like to check out the Gardens A Glimmer show at the Botanical Gardens, the show is $15 for non-members, $7.50 for ages 7 to 12, and is free for ages 6 and under. Tickets are on sale now at waterfrontbotanicalgardens.org. Coming up right after this short break, Floyd Insider has something quite spectacular for you.
Seeing Santa in a light show is a great way to get your family excited for the holiday season. But if that's not your style, don't worry. Gingerbread houses are a fun activity to begin this holiday season. Today we have guest Eli Mees to tell us about warm winter meals. So, I know you're in the cooking club. Tell me a little bit about that as we start making these houses.
Cooking club is just a fun experiment. All you have to do is have fun and just bake or cook practically anything you want.
Do you want to use these? Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you think would be the best meal to cook for like the winter season? Like a good Christmas meal or Hanukkah or something like that?
Soup. Because
Soup?
you can't go wrong with soup, and it's just a warm, good old meal that you can just have.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Feels like it always warms up your stomach a little bit, especially when you're cold. My mom and I, we always make like a good salmon for Christmas. I don't eat meat, and she doesn't either, but that's like the one time a year we'll make an exception and have some yummy salmon for the holidays. But is there like a certain dessert that you think is the best for this season?
Cake.
Cake?
It's just cake.
Yeah, fair enough.
You can't go wrong with cake.
What kind of cake?
I prefer like marble cake, but you can do any cake you want. Like
Marble?
marble.
What's marble cake?
Marble cake is just like vanilla and chocolate just mixed together.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm more of a pie kind of gal, but I can get behind some cake. Your gingerbread house looks already better than mine. So I have, and I know a lot of students at Floyd Central do, have a cooking class, like culinary, with Miss Wobble, and she is the, she runs the cooking club, correct? Like she's the teacher who...
Yes,
Okay.
she does.
And is it like similar to the stuff that you make in culinary? Because we've made, right now we're working on our sandwich final, which will be really fun, but we do like cookies and we did ramen last time. Do you guys like make stuff similar to that, or do you mainly focus with baking, or?
We do all sorts of things, like mostly baking though, but we just do anything, like we vote on what we're gonna make that day, and then we just make it.
And this is every day after school on Tuesdays?
It's every other day on Monday.
Every other day on Monday. Oh, that's fun. Are you interested in doing any like as far as your future career, would you be interested in doing anything in the food industry?
Yes, I plan to do culinary for Prosser. So
Oh, I heard that's really fun.
I heard it's really fun. I was like, that sounds really nice to do.
So what made you personally want to get involved with the cooking club? Have you previously had a passion for cooking, or was it
Yes,
kind
I
of?
had a passion for cooking since I was like 4 years old.
And what is your personal favorite thing to cook?
I like to cook bread.
Bread?
Bread.
My stepdad makes a lot of bread. There's like a whole process to it, isn't there? Like it's really complicated to make.
It's not complicated. It's a long process, definitely. It'll take like hours at least. And sometimes if you want that to be like really good, days for it to rise and like to bake and then just to make it.
That sounds interesting. What's the most challenging thing you've ever had to make?
Gingerbread houses from scratch.
Oh my gosh. I'm already bad enough at just like making gingerbread houses.
Me
Like this
too.
is so messy. I don't know if you guys saw this a second ago, but I just got icing all over my finger. That was totally by mistake. That is my fault. Finishing up my roof. And then I say, we start with the decorations. Oh my gosh. This is what mine looks like so far. It's so cute. Ah! Well, thank you so much for being on our show today. Coming up next after our break, see how you can give back to people in need from our community with London.
If you're interested in giving back to your community this holiday season, the Mustard Seed is the perfect way to do so. It is a local thrift store planted to support Christian organizations that assist with the healing and/or prevention of childhood sexual abuse, and is a gateway for survivors to access resources and facilitate healing. Let's take a look at the New Albany-Floyd County organization that has already helped so many.
The Mustard Seed is a local thrift store that's dedicated to helping the vulnerable. Their main goal is to help women who are child sexual abuse survivors. To do so, their proceeds go to a nonprofit organization called SOAR. The money they have raised so far for SOAR has led the organization to move into a larger facility. This benefit allows sexual abuse survivors to meet at one location for support. The mustard seed is located in Floyd Snobs, Indiana at 3579 Paoli Pike.
Thank you, Ava. And here with us today is Jenny Wigleb from the Mustard Seed. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks so much.
So can you tell a little bit about what prompted the creation of the Mustard Seed?
Sure. I spent most of my adult life in the thrift industry, and at one point I just felt like I needed to take a step back, and we were doing some homeschool with our kids for that 1 year, and during that time I planned to go back to school to become a teacher. And I was volunteering at another thrift store locally, and I learned a little bit about how they were dealing with their money, how they were donating their profits to organizations around town. And it literally was like this epiphany, lightning bolt, just kind of period in my life where I went and sat down in my car. My husband was picking me up, and I said, I'm going to open a thrift store. And I immediately knew that we were going to fund an organization called SOAR Ministry. And why that matters is because SOAR provides the support, its peer support groups and other resources for survivors of childhood sexual abuse. I knew about SOAR because I had gone to their services because I'm a survivor. And so I knew what it was like to not be able to have a voice, not be able to know where to seek help. And the Mustard Seed has been an unbelievable vehicle for that.
Wow, so you all have opened a second location.
Mm-hmm.
So is that also going to the same organization, or is it different organizations within the community?
So the Mustard Seed, we began with SOAR because that was who we knew was doing the work. And over the past, we will be 7 years old in March. We recognized that there were lots of other organizations that were doing some of the work. We've partnered a bit with Refuge for Women, who help the trafficked population, and sex trafficking is a huge issue in the Kentuckiana area, and also the majority of those people who come out of that population are survivors of childhood sexual abuse. I think it's upwards of 85 to 90%. So we work with various different organizations, and over the past year, probably one of the most favorite and impactful things that we have started to do are to fund counseling sessions for survivors. Trying to walk this journey alone is very, very difficult. So being able to connect people to services that are trained to deal with the complex issues. Not only are they trauma informed, but they also are counselors who are informed in the idiosyncrasies that survivors deal with that are beyond the scope of just regular trauma informed care.
So do all of your profits go towards those organizations, or is it a certain amount?
Everything that we make over and above our expenditures for just general operations do go, we send directly out. So quarterly we send out an allotment. Our entire allotment is chosen for organizations that are doing the really hard work in this community. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know I've been going to the Mustard Seed for a few years now because my mom and I have always supported their mission. So what are some ways that people in the community can help?
Well, the first thing is get people into the store. And one of the reasons why we urge people to get people in the store is you have to understand that childhood sexual abuse is very, very pronounced in any area of the city, whether you're in a more affluent area or less affluent. The numbers are 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 men, or 1 in 6 boys. So you look around, and it is so just so prevalent in our community. And if you get them into the store really is this beautiful vehicle for, it's benign. I mean, you're just going to shop, and then all of a sudden you learn that people care. people care about that secret that you've held on to for so long. And so the first thing is talk to people, tell them what we do. The more that we make this topic something that we can talk about in our community, we are changing the vocabulary in our community. We are changing the trajectory of how we see survivors and the care that we're going to give. So definitely get them into the store. The second thing is our mission, we can't complete our mission, we can't do our mission without volunteers. We desperately need volunteers, and you can come in and just be embraced by this sweet community that we have within the Seed, and you'll do things from anything from stamping bags to cleaning, doing things, but that really paves the way for our staff to be able to talk to people and tell them about, share our mission, share why we are doing the things that we do at the Seed. So they take care of just those little remedial tasks that really allow our staff to do the things that they need to do that's even more impactful for our community.
So especially during the holiday season, it's important to do things that can give back to your community and support those around you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
If you would like to support the Mustard Seed, a great way to give back is to volunteer, to donate. You can sign up on their website, mustardseedthrift.com. You can call 812-903-0456, or you can email jenny@mustardseedthrift.com for more information. Floyd Insider thanks Waterfront's Botanical Gardens, Winterwood Spectacular, and the Mustard Seed for joining the show today. The Southern Indiana and Northern Kentucky area contains tons of different ways you can celebrate the holidays and give to your community. From beautiful light shows to a holiday walkthrough and a local business that works to heal, this holiday season is full of different activities that you, family, and friends can do to celebrate. I'm London Fulkerson, and this has been Floyd Insider.